He conquered mountain peaks, played football, ran marathons, visited Antarctica and the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Жора, hold the apple.
He served in the armed forces of Ukraine, filmed the war and taught others to film. Oleksandr Makhov was a war correspondent, worked in hotspots, covered events in different parts of the world. He was the only reporter on board the plane conducting the evacuation from Wuhan, China, at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Here are people in special protective suits, gloves, goggles.
Makhov was born in Luhansk, now occupied by Russia. Therefore, from the beginning of the Russian-Ukrainian war in 2014, he knew exactly what he was fighting for. First on the information front and since 2015 in the ranks of the armed forces of Ukraine. In February 2022, he literally went from the editorial office to the front, and on April 5th last year, Oleksandr proposed to his girlfriend to the sound of explosions and with a grenade ring instead of a wedding ring.
I want you to be my wife. Marry me.
У 2014 році він бачив на власні очі, що таке руський мір.
In 2014, he saw with his own eyes what the Russian world is. He was the last journalist to leave Luhansk. He stayed until the last, until he began to receive direct death threats and thrillers. Even when he was alive, he very often told me that he would like people to talk about him, to know about him. He made a lot of efforts for this. He was a good journalist. Oleksandr was in a hurry to leave, as if knowing that will not live this life long.
The life of military correspondent Makhov, he always introduced himself as Sasha, ended on May 4th, 2022, by a Russian shell near Izum in the Kharkiv region. He was 36 years old. In the first days after he was killed, news feeds and social media turned into a memorial plaque. Photos, videos, memories and sympathy for his loved ones. Everyone had something to say about Sasha.
The coffin was closed, and let's say it was not possible to say goodbye. To be honest, it would be much easier for me if I knew that he was alive, but just somewhere far away, in the same war or on another continent. He is a very cheerful person, in fact. He has such a perky laugh. If you haven't heard him laughing, of course you've lost a lot. He could laugh for several minutes, and so loudly that we were repeatedly kicked out at school and from sessions at the university and at work. Because of this we had problems. A very loud laugh that delighted many people.
All his friends, colleagues and acquaintances remember him this day. He loved life very much, and at the same time he said that if he had to die, then only as a hero on the battlefield, and so it happened. Thank you, military correspondent Makhov, and eternal memory. Reported by Sergei Kulas, Valeria Nekopelova, UATV News.